What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Uh, you dress like a prostitute. Went out last night to a sports bar to watch the UFC fight. Turns into like a club after games are over or whatever. It's a cool spot until the games go off. But I had a older coworker who I had this conversation with this week too. I see a lot of these females complaining about men, and it's one thing, and I'm not wanting to go out like clubs or a lot of social events because frankly, it's boring to me. But when I go out places, it's for stuff like that. I might watch a fight or meet up with a friend I ain't seen in forever or something like that. But it's very intriguing that it's the same old line. Like these females want respect and respectable guys and say they want this and that. But when I go out, they dress like prostitutes. Now, you can't be dressed like a prostitute and be looking for respect. I don't care what you say. Um, it's not so much, and, and I'm gonna flip this around later on. It's one thing for you to be in your 20s and you dress like a, because I see little teenage girls in the 20, mid 20, 20 something to late 20s dressing like prostitutes, and it gets. I give it to youth. Like you're gonna grow out of that. But then I'm seeing women in their 30s still dressing like prostitutes, 40s still dressing like prostitutes, 50s dressing like prostitutes. And I start thinking to myself like, okay, you would get a whole lot more attention if you showed a little class, but you're gonna keep being on the market. You're gonna forever be single or forever be looking for a man because you're not respecting yourself. And no respectable man, no matter how much of a respectable woman you say you are, you present yourself as a prostitute, so that's not respectable. Now I'm gonna flip it around and say this: if you say that about a guy, teens, 20s, you would say, don't be out here sagging your pants, you're wearing these crazy ass clothes, you just look, it's not really thuggish anymore, just look a little too, you're exaggerating street. But then when you're doing it and you're in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, then people are like, look, you need to grow up. Really. Because the clothes you wearing is saying that you have a young mindset, and you're disrespecting yourself by saying you ain't never grown up past 25. So I would say the same thing for these women, like grow up. Because treat me like a lady, or excuse me, or you should respect me, or I'm a woman, and blah blah blah. No, you dress like a hoe. You a hoe. You look like a hoe. You dress like a hoe. Frankly, you acting like a hoe. But when you say it walk like a duck, it quack like a duck, it must be a duck. Then all of a sudden, you walk like a hoe, you dress like a hoe, you act like a hoe, but you're not a hoe. No, you're a hoe. Now, I'm saying it because I've had a time trying to figure out like when you do that, why the hell are you complaining about men? Like I don't get that. That's what bothers me. Like if you're gonna present yourself as a prostitute or as a slut, why complain that you can't find a good man? Like you going out looking like a fuck me sign. Like and the problem is like the age thing. Like, if your grandmother is dressing like this, That mean she was raised by women in a time where it wasn't cool to dress like no hoe. You have and the thing about it is, look, everybody is a sexual person after a certain age. Being sexual and being promiscuous and is damn near normal. I mean, it's human nature to be attracted to somebody and want to have sex with somebody. That's not the problem. The problem is if you're gonna put yourself out there like that to just be to like I'm for sale, then you can't be mad if somebody acts like you're for sale. You know, I'm saying that because I often see too many females dress themselves and present themselves disrespectfully, and then just for some odd reason act like getting treated disrespectfully is something foreign, like new. Just like the ones we say sometimes these girls want thugs and and they want bad boys and da da da. Look at how she dressed. I mean, yes, I've met my share of teachers and bankers and how can I say? I'm trying to. I don't want to start keep naming things and discourage people. Let's just say corporate, well-to-do, well-educated women that dressed like they were going for business, but their mindset was still that of a $2 hoe. So I get that. But at least they were smart enough not to present themselves in public, the places they went, as a $2 hoe. Yeah, man, it's getting bad, man. I enjoyed the fights, but the $2 hoe thing, just I didn't. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.